I'm Kirby Parnell. I'm from Oklahoma in the United States, and I'm here in Denmark on a Fulbright scholarship. I'm working at University of Southern Denmark with Magnus Wahlberg at the Marine Biological Research Center, and I study harbor seal communication, and I'm into phosid, seal, reproduction, and communication. Here I've done a couple of projects with Magnus at SDU. My first project was using a drone to video wild harbor seals doing display behaviors while also recording them underwater. So during the breeding season, male harbor seals produce underwater vocalizations, and they do these really funny behaviors at the surface, and they'll flipper slap and they'll blow bubbles with their mouth, and we think it's for reproduction purposes. So it's either for trying to attract a female or defending a territory against another male. So we used drones and hydrophones to record those interactions to see what the function of those behaviors are. So that was my first project. Now I'm working on a project looking at captive seals vocalizing and looking at the differences in captive seals and maybe why their vocalizations are different, why their behaviors are different.
Field work.
The field work is hard. We went out for 3 or 4 days, and like full days, and finding the seals that are vocalizing is difficult to do. You can put a recorder in and you can hear seals vocalizing everywhere, but they're only at the surface for 5-10 seconds to breathe. So finding them with the drone was difficult to do. The drone is new in marine mammal science. It's like, you know, it's brand new, so everybody's using drones now to film whales and porpoises and seals, all sorts of marine species. So it's giving us a whole new look at these animals that we previously haven't been able to really see. I mean, you can get on a boat and you can watch whales and you can watch seals, but you know, you can't follow them all the time. But with a drone, you can see everything all the time. If you get too close to the surface, the seals can hear it and they'll look up. We try to avoid that at all costs. We want to just record their natural behavior. So you want your drone to go unseen and unheard. So we stay at a height where we think that they can't hear it.
Vocalization.
Only the males that vocalize that we know of. We don't think that females produce vocalizations underwater. They do on land with their pups. So some species of seals, the moms can recognize their own pups' vocalizations. So on land, the females and the pups are vocally active, but underwater, it's the males that are producing vocalizations. It's a really low frequency vocalization, and all harbor seals produce this same type of vocalization. And harbor seals are found all over the world in the northern hemisphere, and they all have this same exact vocalization. This very low frequency, 5-second long, we call it a roar. So the roar is the most studied vocalization because it's the most produced by males during the breeding season. When you compare those together, you see more of their behavior. You see the interactions of the other animals, you see the focal animal, and then you can try to really understand why this animal is vocalizing this direction or why this animal is doing this behavior when there's 1 seal around or 20 seals around. So we're still unsure of what these behaviors mean, but we know sort of their purpose.
Hydrophones.
You just plug it into the computer and you set the recording settings, like what sampling rate you want to record at and how long you want it to record for. So we recorded continuously while we were out in the field. But you just like a microphone, but waterproof. You put it in the water and it records underwater sounds for you. The hydrophone that we use underwater. So it's really small and light. You can plug it into the computer and then set the recording schedule and then you can hang it off your boat, you can attach it to a concrete block and sink it. It's really versatile because it's so small. So this is the hydrophone end. So it usually just hangs like this in the water.
Captive seals at the Fjord and Bælt Center and the differences to wild seals.
There's one male seal in here, 2 adult females, and then 1 female pup. Well, she's like 2 years old. So I'm recording vocalizations from Svante here at Fjord Bælt, and also I went to Sweden to film some seals, and we're also going to film harbor seals in Germany as well. But it's difficult to do that because they're only doing this for 1 month of the year during their breeding season. So Svante started vocalizing early. He started in February, so I've been able to, and he's different. He vocalizes for a longer amount of time. Usually harbor seals in the wild only vocalize for 1 month. So I'm interested in looking at those differences in captive seals and maybe why they are a little bit different than wild seals. It seems like when I look at his vocalizations, they're very similar to wild seals. Yeah.
Your future research work.
I was just accepted to a PhD at the University of Hawaii in Manoa, and there I'll study Hawaiian monk seal vocalizations and reproductive behaviors. And there I'll use tags that are deployed on the animals. So you can glue tiny hydrophones, tiny cameras onto seals, and then you can see their behavior and their communication, like hands-on, you know.